The Velvet Phantom, Los Angeles. 2015. The neon lights of Los Angeles flickered through the smog. Downtown's streets, lined with dive bars and abandoned warehouses, hummed with a restless energy. It was past midnight, and Mia, a barista with dreams of stardom, walked alone, her heels clicking against the cracked pavement. She'd stayed late at an open mic, hoping a producer might notice her voice. No one did. Now, exhausted, she cut through an alley to reach her tiny apartment. The air was heavy, tinged with the scent of asphalt and something sweeter, like wilting flowers. Mia pulled her jacket tighter, her phone's screen casting a faint light as she checked the time. "I just need to get home," Mia stammered, stepping closer despite herself. She didn't notice the shadow trailing her, silent, blending with the graffiti-covered walls. "Home is where you're meant to be," she said, gliding forward without seeming to move. No answer, just the hum, louder now, curling around her like smoke. But now, standing in that endless alley, the woman's gaze pinned her in place. "Who are you?" Mia whispered, her voice barely audible. From her sleeve, she produced a blade, not metal, but something darker, like a shard of night itself. The blade moved, impossibly fast, tracing a line across her cheek. Blood welled, but it didn't drip, it flowed upward, spiraling into the air, forming patterns that shimmered like stars. She was bound to a chair, her wrists tied with velvet ribbons that cut into her skin. The room was lit by candles, their flames casting shadows that danced like mourners at a funeral. The woman stood before her, arranging tools on a table: blades, needles, threads of silver and black. She began to work, her hands moving with surgical precision, stitching patterns into Mia's skin. Each prick was agony, yet it carried a strange ecstasy, as if Mia's very soul were being rewritten. The hum filled the air, now a chorus of voices, hundreds, maybe thousands singing in unison, their words incomprehensible but heavy with sorrow. She wandered the streets, unnoticed by passersby, her presence fading like a ghost. She appears in alleys, in the glow of neon, her velvet gown trailing like a shadow. The dreamers are her pathos, who chase fame, who burn too brightly. She promises eternity, and she delivers in her own way. Her victims become legends, their faces plastered on billboards, their voices echoing in songs no one remembers writing. But they're gone, their essence woven into the city's fabric, their souls trapped in her art. Days later, a video surfaced online, a grainy clip of Mia singing. Her voice unearthly, her skin glowing with those strange symbols. Don't look for the woman in black velvet, don't meet her gaze. Because if she sees you, if she whispers your name, she'll make you perfect hand. You'll never be yourself again. She's like the dancing sea spray. Her movements were graceful, deliberate, like a painter preparing a canvas. Mia's vision blurred, euphoria mixing with terror. "What are you doing?" It gleamed with an unnatural light, and the symbols etched into it pulsed as if alive. I'm the one who sees your potential, she said. The one who makes you eternal. She reached out, her fingers long and pale, tipped with nails sharp as thorns. Your dreams, your pain, their raw material. I'll shape them into something timeless. She picked up a needle, its tip glinting with a strange, iridescent liquid. This won't hurt. Mia wanted to run, but her legs wouldn't move. The woman's touch was cold, yet it burned, sending a shiver of pleasure and pain through Mia's body. Aspiring actors, musicians, dreamers, chasing fame in LA. Mia's body was covered in intricate designs, symbols that seemed to writhe under her skin. Her reflection in a cracked mirror showed a face no longer hers beautiful. Yes, but alien, like a statue carved from moonlight and pain. No bodies, no clues, just empty apartments and unanswered texts. The police shrugged, blaming runaways or overdoses, but the city's underclass. They spoke of a figure who appeared in the dead of night, a woman in black velvet who lured people with promises of stardom. They called her the Velvet Phantom. She ran, her footsteps echoing, but the alley seemed to stretch. And then she saw her. Those who saw her and lived rare, as they were, described her as impossibly beautiful. Her presence magnetic, her voice a siren's call. But her eyes, they were wrong. Too deep, too dark, like windows to a place no one should see. And those she took. They were never seen again, though some claimed to hear their voices in the city's hum. Nor did she hear the faint hum, like a lullaby sung, in a language she couldn't place, weaving through the night. She was tall, elegant, dressed in a black velvet gown that seemed to drink the light. Her face was pale, almost luminescent, with lips red as fresh blood and eyes that glinted like polished obsidian. She smiled, and it was both beautiful and terrifying, like a flower blooming in a graveyard. Mia stopped, her breath catching. The alley felt... ... wrong. I can help you find your way. The shadows seemed to pulse, and the air grew thick, almost liquid. She glanced over her shoulder, but the alley was empty. Get a grip, she muttered, quickening her pace. Then she heard it, a soft whisper, like velvet brushing against her ear. Mia, you shine so brightly. She froze, heart pounding. Who's there? She called, her voice trembling. A woman stood at the alley's end, bathed in the faint glow of a flickering You're lost, aren't you? The woman said, her voice smooth, intoxicating, like a song you couldn't stop humming. Mia's fear melted under that gaze, replaced by a strange pull, as if the woman's voice had hooked her soul. The woman's smile widened. The disappearances had started months ago, though the news barely covered them. She didn't just take lives. She took dreams. Let me carve away the flaws. Mia had laughed off the stories. La was full of urban legends, and she'd heard crazier ones at the coffee shop. The woman tilted her head, her long black hair shimmering like liquid ink. You're so close to greatness, the woman murmured, her lips brushing Mia's ear. Mia screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the hum, now deafening, vibrating in her bones. Making you art, the woman said, her voice a hymn of devotion. The world will remember you. Mia woke in a warehouse, the air thick with the scent of decay and roses. You're special, Mia, the woman said, her eyes gleaming. When the woman finished, she stepped back, admiring her work. Mia struggled, but the ribbons tightened, biting deeper. Please, she begged. Let me go. The woman's smile was almost tender. No one lets go of their destiny. Hours passed, or maybe days. Time blurred in the candlelight. You're perfect now, the woman said, untying the ribbons. Go. Show the world. Mia stumbled out of the warehouse, her mind fractured, her body not her own. The Velvet Phantom continues to haunt Los Angeles. If you walk LA's streets at night and hear a hum like a lullaby in a forgotten tongue,